We're sure that you've noticed that in Counter-Strike, many players are just very strong, and a few of them are considered true legends. We've covered this in our previous video about Kenny S. Because in order to write your nickname into CS history, a player needs to have something unique and exceptional about him. For instance, Kenny S had his aggressive opping style. Even if he missed a shot, he wouldn't retreat, but rather went on a repick. It was spectacular and entertaining, and people loved it. But what makes olofmeister unique? What makes him a legend instead of just a strong player who peaked almost 10 years ago? Well, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe because you're watching CYBERSHOKE, and today we'll try to uncover why olofmeister is a legend. CYBERSHOKE is a leading platform for warming up and training in Counter-Strike. We have 25 different game modes that are great for just chilling and relaxing or sharpening your skills. We also have a premium subscription that doesn't give you any advantages over other players, but opens a lot of cool features. For instance, you can complete missions for skins or connect to pro players. Also, for those of you who have Telegram, be sure to activate our bot via the link in the description. It's a special bot where we'll announce an upcoming Pick'em challenge for IEM Cologne and maybe give away some cool stuff. So for those who started following CS in COVID times, all the talks about how legendary olofmeister is may sound strange and inappropriate. If we look at his stats in 2020 and 2021, we'll see a 0.85 KD against the top 10 teams. That's a pretty low number, especially considering that he was playing for FaZe, which was one of the best teams at that time. So people who found out about olofmeister just a few years ago wouldn't know him as a legend, but rather as a washed-up player who's been preventing his team from developing further. But of course, Olof earned his fame while he was playing for Fnatic. His track record there is very impressive. In 2015, the guys won 2 majors in a row, and Olof became the best player of that year. Fnatic as a team played a big part in olofmeister's fame and legacy. At their peak, the Swedes were not only the best team in the world, they were also a bunch of reckless showmen who didn't just win the game, but did so with style. Let's go back and review 3 legendary episodes. The first episode brings us back almost 10 years. The German city of Cologne held its first CSGO major, and Fnatic obviously got into the semifinals easily. They passed the group stage without a single loss, and then beat Navi at their first game on the stage. Before reaching the grand final, they had to beat one more team, Dignitas, who already formed the core of the future Astralis, the strongest team in Counter-Strike history. Back then, the Danes were already a scary opponent, and Fnatic didn't expect an easy win. On the second map, Overpass, the fight was especially intense and brutal. When the score was 14-14, Dignitas entered B site and planted the C4 in a 3v4 situation. Device retreated to the short and threw a molly to the bomb. Seeing this Molotov right beneath his feet, olofmeister still decided to go for a defuse.
Around the world we go, but the defuse is coming in. He's still going. Oh, Olof just about gets it as the flames come in, and look at the little dance of happiness. That is how to control your nerves in a situation.
Some may think that this highlight is overrated, like, yeah, it was the major semifinal and a 14-14 score. But still, olofmeister just got lucky, and that's it. The thing is, that's not the case. You see, in Olof's shoes, most of the players would have stopped the defuse and retreated, and usually that would be the best move. The situation did indeed look like Olof wouldn't have enough time to defuse the bomb, but he went ahead and did it anyway. So all viewers who are watching that game live held their breaths because a professional player just made an illogical choice. So how did he manage to defuse that bomb? Well, after the game ended, analysts concluded that Device threw his Molotov in the wrong direction. If he had aimed just a few pixels left, olofmeister surely would have been toast. But Olof took a chance in the heat of the battle, and it paid off by winning them a very important round, even though most of the players would have surely thought that there was no time for a defuse. This is probably the most discussed scandal of all CSGO majors. In 2014, Fnatic came to the DreamHack Winter Major and desperately wanted to win because it was held in Sweden. But as many of you already know, the guys had a little ace up their sleeve. Fnatic didn't use it during the group stage, but waited for the playoffs, when the games were held at an arena with thousands of people. In the first match, they were losing to the French team LDLC, and at the last moment, when most people were thinking the game was already decided, Fnatic did this.
Dominating every LAN final for the past month, just looking untouchable. Coming into the major and going out in the corners, that is definitely not part of the plan here for Fnatic.
Patience game coming out. He can spot them coming out of Squeak Door as well. He's here. He sees them down there. Straight headshot. They have no idea. Smith's looking confused and dazed, and there's going to be a follow-up headshot on olofmeister.
We actually have a whole video about this situation that you can check out if you want to know more. But here, we'll just say that the one thing that we're bringing this up for is the fact that it was olofmeister who stood on top of that boost and was killing LDLC with an auto sniper. The community lovingly named that boost as Olof Boost, and Olof himself got the nickname Boostmeister. You've probably already noticed a pattern here. Fnatic saved all their genius inventions for majors, which gathered more views than other tournaments, and ESL Katowice 2015 wasn't an exception. Have you ever wondered what the weapon stats of an average pro player look like? If not, we'll fix that now. Let's have a look at Donk's stats from the last major in Denmark. As you can see, he made most of his kills with two weapons, the M4 and AK-47. Nothing surprising there, but now let's look at olofmeister's stats from ESL Katowice 2015. Suddenly, we see that he made most of his kills with 4 weapons. First place is taken by the M4, third AK-47, and fourth the AWP. But which weapon do you think stands in second place? Well, see for yourself.
And Zeus, look at that, running and gunning, takes down JW and olofmeister, Tech 9 and armor. It's a really, really good combination, but unless they fight him one at a time, oh my god, and they will, Pronax. Zeus is very low, seized. Although, oh my god, he gets another kill in now. Clock's running out, 7 seconds. olofmeister looking for the kill, 5 seconds. He goes for it, it's a headshot.
That's right, the Tech 9 was the second most used gun in olofmeister's stats in that tournament. Just think about that. He won the major and got more kills with the Tech 9 than he got with an AK-47. Just have a look at one stunning round that Fnatic won in the final game.
They're going up short. It's an actual Tech 9 train. Almost the most viral thing I can imagine. Alu up in the A-bomb site might get overwhelmed here. olofmeister picks up the first kill, a second kill. Flusher comes in. Alu's down. Is Forrest and Exist left? And this is working beautifully for Fnatic. It's Exist to take down Crims. They're trying to fight their way back, and Forrest is out in the open. Bomb is down, but he's getting outgunned here. olofmeister, a third kill in the round. What a champion. Now down to Exist in a 1v3. And NIP, they might lose this round. Fnatic, they had the timeout, and it seems to have paid out really well. The Swedish captain here, or the NIP captain, he's fighting for it, jumping and shooting, looking for the opening, but he's being flanked in the smoke. 7 bullets.
People love watching something that's so entertaining like this, so it's no wonder that in just a couple of years, olofmeister became a superstar in Counter-Strike. Valve, by their nature, is a very quiet developer. So when they shine some light on any pro player, they'll instantly become popular. For instance, when Kenny S started to play too good, Valve nerfed the AWP and ruined his playstyle. Kenny had to recover from that, which wasn't easy, but now the whole community knew that Valve was acknowledging the fact that he was just too good for this game. olofmeister has a similar story. Remember that ninja defuse in the major semifinals? Well, imagine how much attention he received when, after that tournament, Valve, for the first time in CSGO, added an esports graffiti to the game and dedicated it to Olof. At that moment, our hero got something that others have never even dared to dream. His small moment of fame was now cemented into a competitive map for the whole world to see. And you think that's it? No, because a few months later, Fnatic did that infamous Olof boost that we just mentioned, and after fixing that bug, Valve left one more sign that said, "No crossing." And in the next year, Fnatic had one more little trick. They all bought 4 ops in the major grand final. Valve once again added some graffiti right at the Dust 2 T-spawn. So the first 3 signs that were added to CSGO were directly dedicated to olofmeister. Even now, graffiti is something rare and exceptional, but back then, it was a completely new thing. And when the first 3 pieces are devoted to just one player, that's saying a lot. Olof also holds one interesting record that doesn't necessarily make him a legend, but rather proves that he's worthy of this status. You see, the Swede didn't like to change teams, and after leaving Fnatic, he only played in FaZe Clan. Because of that, his rosters were always strong, and they could beat anyone, even on a bad day. olofmeister became the last player in CSGO history who made it to the playoffs of every major tournament. His streak only ended in 2019. Yes, in the last years of his career, olofmeister wasn't the sharpest player anymore at the Tier 1 level. He disappeared a lot because of health issues, and when he played, he didn't really show good stats. But he is still more than worthy to be called a legend, and now you know why. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe because you are watching CYBERSHOKE. Bye for now, guys.